We've been waiting a long time to hear more details about Mazda's new platform, rear-wheel drive, inline six, plug-in hybrids, etc. We might have an idea of when it's coming now. I'm in San Antonio, Texas for the Tundra media drive. Really excited to bring that to you guys. I don't know when the embargo ends. And I haven't driven it as of the time of this recording, so there's nothing to share other than the mural outside, which is really, really cool. It's massive. It takes up, I don't know, it's probably 30 feet wide, maybe wider. But make sure to stay tuned from the end because they've given me a Tundra box. I heard some things rattling around in there. They give me a Tundra box that we'll open and unbox at the end. But let's get into the Mazda news. We're over at Spider 7 Japanese scoop site. Mazda 6th generation full model change for the first time in 10 years. We have new renders of it and it looks incredible. We don't have a whole lot of new information, but we have a launch window. But before we get into that launch window, I just want to go over this new render. This is definitely looking like it's based off the Mazda Vision coupe concept we got, what was it, back in 2017, 2018, something like that. And it's just a stunning vehicle. If it comes out and it looks like this, it's going to put the luxury automakers on notice, Lexus included. Like, I know Mazda is owned partially by Toyota, therefore it's somewhat owned by Lexus as well. But they're going to be doing things in the new platform that people have been wanting for a long time in the Lexus lineup. Rear-wheel drive base, which rest in peace GS, and the LS doesn't sell for anything. It's too expensive and massive. But if we can get a more affordable, gorgeous rear-wheel drive Japanese luxury coupe, even if you look at Infiniti, it's slightly nicer than the Skyline versions in Japan, the Q60 and the Q50. So this is going to be the performance luxury brand to get out of Japan if it looks like this. And they would be coming out with a coupe, an RX coupe potentially as well, to bring back the RX line. So they're saying that there's plenty of hybrids and we know of this plug-in hybrid, and here's the diagram for it. And I've been racking my brains on what kind of powertrain. This is obviously a 4-cylinder here. Don't know what type of 4-cylinder. It could be a turbocharged 4-cylinder. Doesn't look like it from the image. More than likely it's a Skyactiv X engine. So I've updated the spreadsheet we'll get to in a little bit to talk about the powertrain numbers of what we're seeing right here. Then you have the battery pack that's kind of split in half here by the rear drive axle, but you can also see the transaxle here, which is sending power to the front wheels. So it's a kind of BMW-esque and even the new Tundra-esque, where they have the gasoline engine, the electric motor, then the transmission, and then that goes to power the wheels from there. So there's going to be a lot of 48-volt mild hybrids, and that's probably going to be a big part of their lineup going forward. I know in parts of the world they have 24 volt. Well, 48 volts the next step for the mild hybrids, and then the plug-in hybrid, as well as the rotary range extender, which we're not going to go too much in today because its rear-wheel drive platform is not going to have the rotary range extender. That is more for the front-wheel drive MX-30 sort of platform. But down here at the bottom, the new Mazda 6 is expected in the first half of 2022. And I've heard some rumblings of there being some more information revealed to the media by the end of the year. Stay tuned. We'll see if I can, be one of the first to post it when the embargo ends. I just don't know at this point. I do know that I will be on the list for the MX-30 to drive it when that vehicle hits my press fleet down in South Florida. But we're going to head to the spreadsheet and we're going to talk a little bit about what could be going into, well, we know what's going into it actually, but we don't know the specifics. So I'll take a stab at the specifics of the powertrains that are going into future Mazda rear-wheel drive based vehicles. I don't think we're going to see the 2-liter Skyactiv X unless it's in the plug-in hybrid. So I think that is the logical choice if they use the Skyactiv X with the plug-in hybrid, but they might decide to go something a little bit more conservative with the 2-liter Skyactiv G that we see in the CX-3, rest in peace, the Mazda 3, as well as the MX-5. So it's hard to say, but for powertrain numbers, I'm expecting nearly 300 horsepower and nearly 300 pound-feet of torque out of this plug-in hybrid. Look, the RAV4 Prime with its 4-cylinder setup, I know it's front-wheel drive based, but that's over 300 horsepower. So this is absolute minimum, and we're talking easily over 30 miles per gallon when you run out of the fully electric range. And easily over 30 miles of pure electric range. We don't know what the size of the battery is. There's a lot of unknowns here, but just think that, yeah, minimum 280 horsepower is what I'm expecting out of the 4-cylinder plug-in hybrid. Now there's also the mild hybrids, which there's a 3-liter Skyactiv X engine, which is going to be a 48-volt mild hybrid for sure. Is this the variant we're going to get here in the United States? It's hard to say because Mazda still likes using turbos, and if we could get a turbo with 325 horsepower and over 400 pound-feet of torque, that'd be great. But I don't know how that would work with the mild hybrid system. But what's really interesting is that Mazda has recently patented a twin charge inline 6, well, twin charge technology, and it looked like it was they could use it on their inline 6. We see Volvo use this sort of technology, and they're able to get really impressive power numbers out of their 2-liter 4-cylinder. So you add another liter of displacement, and just kind of extrapolating from Volvo's numbers, you can get 474 horsepower and over 440 pound-feet of torque. They could mild hybrid, because what we're seeing with Volvo right now, instead of their T nomenclature, they're going to a B nomenclature, and all their upcoming models, at least for the next few years, are going to be mild hybrids. So Mazda could be going this route. Mazda is so European of a Japanese brand. They're the most European Japanese brand that I'm aware of. Their designs are very suave, very non-typical of what we see with the Japanese brand, and their powertrains are definitely more cutting edge, more so along the lines of what we see with the Germans, etc. Now they will also have a diesel 3-liter Skyactiv inline 6 that's going to be reworked. It will be a mild hybrid as well, but we're not going to see that here in the United States. So we don't have long to wait. We could have more specifics on these powertrains by the end of the year. And then when the Mazda 6 is officially announced in early 2022, it looks like at this point, we'll have all of the details that we can feast upon, and I cannot wait. I just get so excited over Mazda. They're a big question mark, and they're a small company, and they're kind of like the underdog in today's world, in today's market. They're doing really well in terms of sales. But I wanted to go over this fun article before I leave you guys. Over at Insurify, car models with the most speeding tickets for 2021. Go figure, they're going to be mostly tuner cars, because racer boys and tryhards out there. So let's check it out. So the Subaru WRX, I think this is like the 3rd year in a row or something that it's been the most ticketed vehicle on the road. 18.8% of WRX owners prior speeding violation on their record, followed by the Genesis Coupe. The Genesis Coupe hasn't been in production for a while. People like getting their hands on them because you can get the rear-wheel drive 2-liter turbo, if my memory serves me correct, and you can have fun tuning that vehicle. It's definitely a drift monster. So that vehicle is going to get you speeding tickets as well. Kia Stinger, one of the newer models on this list, pretty high up there as well. People getting their Kia Stingers, and they like being fast in them apparently. The Mazda 3, which is no surprise. I still see quite a few Mazda Speed 3s out on the road. People really like to tune them and have a good time. The BRZ and the FRS/GR, well, not GR, but the Toyota 86. The GR 86 isn't on the road yet, but those are about tied at 16% of owners have prior speeding violations. GMC C1500, didn't see that coming on the list. Volkswagen GTIs, I see a lot of racer boys in these things farting around town. What do I mean by that? Like they're fart cans. You guys get the idea. They look cool, don't get me wrong, and they're fun to drive, but yes. Anyway, Subaru Impreza, go figure, it's a derivative of, or should I say the WRX is a derivative of the Impreza. And then you have the Veloster at 14, nearly 15%. You can see that national average is under 10%. So you're about 2 times more likely to have a speeding ticket if you have a WRX compared to the national average. Now that we've finished up the news I want to talk about, we need to open up the Tundra box here. It's sealed with a little Toyota sticker. Let's use my name tag. You guys will be the first to see, so hopefully nothing falls out. What's in the box? Oh my gosh, there's a lot in here, a lot more than I was expecting. It's a big box, but let's check this out. Whole hog, we have pork seasoning. So we got some seasonings, cattle drive, beef seasoning, and then free range for the chicken seasonings. And these are from Casa Spice Co., packaged in Texas. That sounds local to me. We have a Toyota cookie. I don't think I'll be able to give this one away, but I'll enjoy it myself. Actually, I'll probably save it for my kids. Kids won't like the gourmet nuts. I'm not a big fan of like the candied walnuts. I'd rather just eat them raw without all the sweet and spicy pecan stuff on top of it. Anyways, water bottle. They always are good at giving you water bottles. Oldman honey, pure local honey. How sweet is that? Get it? Jalapeno condiment from Yellowbird Sauce. San Marcos, Texas. And then here is the shirt. It's all red Tundra on the front. What does it look like? Well, that looks like a TRD Pro to me, ladies and gentlemen. So that sums up my gift box. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. Trolled you. We have Casa chocolate, made in Texas, single origin. Mexican hot chocolate. I'm going to destroy that. And then we also have a nice note here from Toyota, and I'll bore you with reading it. Howdy, y'all. Thanks for joining us here in San Antonio, home of the all-new Tundra. After undergoing a complete transformation from the ground up, we're proud and excited to get you behind the wheel. To keep your energy level at the max, get it? iForce Max. Please enjoy these homegrown Texas treats made in our backyard, just like the Tundra. Thank you, Toyota PR. And thank you, Toyota, for hooking me up with this trip and allowing me to share the Tundra with you guys, the luxurious fleet. And I'm going to end it there. If you enjoyed today's video, smash the like button, subscribe for more Toyota, Mazda, Lexus, Honda, Acura, Civic hatchback is on the way soon. Stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.